So you probably heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, today we're gonna do exactly that. As I found this smoking gun time waster thing where you have to match the crime to the mugshot. And as you know, sometimes just by looking at someone's mugshot, you don't necessarily know what they've done. So we're gonna see how many of these we can guess right, which probably won't be a lot, but again, it doesn't hurt to try. Now, page 1 has a lot of these. This is constantly getting updated because, well, a lot of people get arrested every day, so they can update these as much as they want. However, the first one that catches my attention is the guy in this Confederate flag jacket. So we're going to click on this one. So we got 5 mugshots here, and then down at the bottom we have the crimes that these 5 people have committed, but we have to match them. And we have larceny, leaving the scene of an accident, battery, extortion, and purse snatching. Okay, so leaving the scene of an accident, I feel like is the Confederate flag man. I don't know, I just feel like he decided to run at one point in time. Battery? That's a hard one, because I don't know what Naked Grandma here did. I don't think it was purse snatching. Maybe she's the battery? I'm just going to guess. Actually, no. I feel like the guy with these piercings here on his head is battery. I feel like, again, I'm judging him too much by his look, but he looks like someone that would just beat the shit out of someone. Extortion, I guess I'll give it to this man here, purse snatching the guy on the end, and the grandma for larceny. Now, let's see, we actually got 3 out of 5 correct. The only ones I got mixed up was the grandma and the one guy next to her, the extortion and larceny. I flipped those around, so yeah, I did a pretty good job on that one. Wasn't expecting to do this good really early on, but I was right. The next one that catches my eye is down here, January 13th, because, well, I mean, the one they're showing us is this woman just absolutely going nuts. Now, the 5 crimes we have that we can match to these 5 people are driving under the influence, driving with a suspended license, domestic battery, disorderly conduct, and trespassing. I want to say I know who the domestic battery is, but yet at the same point in time, this guy could be it, and she could be it, he could be it as well. Any of these people could be domestic battery, but it's very, very hard to tell. As for disorderly conduct, I'm gonna say this guy right here just because he looks a little out of it. I don't think that's like him trying to be intimidating. I just truly think he doesn't necessarily know what's going on. Then for domestic battery, I'll say the girl on the end. She seems to be laughing about it like she's proud about what she did, but also she could be a little intoxicated as well, so I guess we'll have to see with that one. Driving with a suspended license, I'm gonna say the girl here with whatever that is in her hair. She just doesn't seem amused. Like, she has that attitude of, oh, well, I can drive without a license, I don't need one, when you really do, but some people just think that way. Trespassing, oh boy, I'm gonna say her. I'm gonna say the screaming girl on the left, because I feel like that's like the face that an obsessed stalker would make when she feels like she's failed her mission. So I'm gonna go with her, which means driving under the influence goes to the guy in the middle here. And if I submit, okay, I got 3 out of 5 again. I got the last 2 wrong, just flipped them around again. I'm surprised with how well I'm doing, because again, this is just one where you're kind of just judging by the way things look. But yeah, it's just, if I stop flipping 2 of them, I could be perfect at this point. Next, we will go with, let's see, which one looks intriguing. I say, let's go to the next page. Alright, well, the next intriguing one to me here is Friday, December 2nd, 2022. The guy with the Britney Spears shirt on. Oh, they all have, like, music related. Let's see, it's Selena, TLC, Britney, Aaliyah, and Mary J. Blige. I couldn't see it. His shirt's all like wrinkled up. Everybody else was pretty clear to see. Alright, so the 5 crimes we have to match these 5 mugshots to are false report to police, public intoxication, domestic assault, and burglary. So domestic assault and assault, I'm not sure which one's worse, but obviously they're different in some way. Public intoxication, let's get that one out of the way. I feel like it's the guy in the Aaliyah shirt here because, again, his eyes just look out of it. But yet, I think it might be this girl in the middle here because, I don't know, something's just telling me it's her, whereas this guy next to her, I want to say is the burglary charge, but again, I'm probably getting them mixed up as I have been. Then, I think the false report to police will be, let's do TLC over here. She doesn't look like anybody that would get too violent, so I feel like she like made up some story or, you know, bent the truth a little bit with the cops, which leaves the 2 assaults, domestic and regular. Let's see, who do I think committed the domestic? I'll say the Mary J. Blige guy. I don't know, he's got like that smug mugshot where he's just like, yeah, I did it and I'm not sorry for it. And then the assault will go to the Britney guy over here. So those are my picks. Let's see what I got here as I hit submit. Oh, I was terrible that time. I only got 1, which was the false report to police, the TLC woman. See, I told you, she didn't look like she was that type of person that would commit burglary or do any sort of assault. She just, you know, falsely reported something to the police that wasn't true. So let's see. Guy on the end with the Britney shirt was public intoxication. The girl in the middle was burglary. And the Aaliyah shirt was domestic assault, while the guy at the end was assault. So I was kind of right about the guy in the Mary J. Blige shirt, but his was just regular assault as opposed to domestic. I might have to look it up what the difference is between those two. It probably has something to do with, I think domestic is more like a domestic dispute, like between like couples, and an assault is just, you know, your regular assault. But you know, hey, I did well the first 2, so I was bound to fail at some point. I mean, there's just so many to choose from now. November 4th of 2022 here is catching my eye because, is this woman wearing shoulder pads? What's going on here? But I also see October 28th of 2022, this guy wearing a Kiss shirt, and I'm a Kiss fan, so you know what? I'm gonna click on that one and we'll do November 4th next. Wow, this is fitting. All these guys are wearing Kiss shirts. I should have known. Like, usually when you see someone wearing like a band shirt, it's always like they're all wearing band shirts, but I wasn't expecting all of them to wear Kiss shirts. Jesus. Alright, well. Alright, what did these Kiss fans do? Let's see what we can match them with. We have disorderly conduct, elder abuse, non-payment of child support, marijuana possession, and meth possession. Okay, well, elder abuse has to be one of the younger guys, right? Would it be the guy on the end here? Because out of the 5, he looks like he's the youngest, and I feel like this guy on the end and this guy here, they're too old for it to be reported as elder abuse. Again, I don't know what the definition for elder abuse is. I mean, obviously, it's when you abuse elderly, like I'm assuming someone that you care for, but like, does it only apply when you yourself are not an elder? I don't know, so I'm gonna go with the guy on the end. Let's see, disorderly conduct. Who looks just out of it? I'm gonna say guy at the end here. Marijuana possession, I feel like green shirt Kiss guy here. He looks like he is a hippie in his free time, and you know, I think out of all these, this is probably the least harmful crime here, marijuana possession. The dude just, you know, probably wants to feel good and he just smokes a little pot. So if this is that guy, then, you know, I would really like to hang out with him and listen to some Kiss someday. Non-payment of child support. And then meth possession. I'm going to say meth possession is the guy here with the almost matching shirt to the guy on the end here. I mean, it's the Love Gun cover here, and yeah, they look about the same. That might actually be the same shirt. That's very weird. Which means non-payment of child support we're going to give to the guy in the middle here, and I got 1 out of 5 again. It was that marijuana possession. I just knew Grandpa over there was just, you know, stone cold hippie. So let's see, guy on the end was disorderly conduct. Alright. Guy in the middle was elder abuse. Okay, I guess this guy could, you know, he's probably like in his 40s. He was, you know, set to take care of his mother and he abused her. Non-payment of child support. See, the reason I didn't pick that guy is because of the stereotypes, and I didn't want to be in that position, but apparently he was, and the meth possession is the guy at the end here. Who did I give the meth possession to? Oh, the guy who's actually the non-payment of child support. I mean, this one was fun, just because it was a bunch of people wearing Kiss shirts. Alright, so as I stated, now we're going to woman in shoulder pads here, because I'm just curious, and oh lord, these mugshots are interesting. What is this woman in the middle? Is that a coat, or is that... No, they got like a blanket on her. Okay, maybe, I think when they give you a blanket sometimes, that might mean you're naked, or you're not clothed well enough, so that could be the case here. But let's see, what these people will be picking to see what they get in trouble for. So we have domestic assault, driving under the influence, carrying a concealed firearm, marijuana possession, and public intoxication. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and give the public intoxication to the woman in the middle, because I just that's not her being high on marijuana. That is definitely, she had a little bit too much to drink, and now she's paying the price for it. Marijuana possession, this is an interesting one here. I think it might be the girl on the end here, because that... Oh, you know what? No. She could be... I feel like I'm getting this wrong now. This could be interesting. I'm actually going to say... No, I'm going to keep it that way. And then driving under the influence, I'm going to give to this girl here, because this one, again, just seems like she's kind of out of it, but I think she went behind the wheel, whereas this other woman wasn't behind the wheel. She was walking around stripping down in public, and that's why, again, she's got the blanket wrapped around her. Which means we have carrying a concealed firearm and domestic assault. I think the guy on the end could be carrying a concealed firearm. I don't know what it is, but it just... Not that I don't see him being violent, but I feel like he hasn't committed the domestic assault, whereas this guy here, he has in one way or another, but he could be a simple marijuana possession. So I guess let's see how wrong I am, shall we? Wow, I started out with 2 3 out of 5s, and I've gotten 1 out of 5 during these past couple. And again, it was the marijuana possession that I got right. I don't know what it is. I guess because, I've done a little bit of marijuana during my life and whatnot, and have been around people that do it, that I guess I'm just used to kind of like the way people act and the facial expressions of someone who has smoked weed before. So yeah, it was the girl on the left in the shoulder pads that had the marijuana possession. The guy next to her was actually driving under the influence, and the woman with the blanket was domestic assault. That's interesting. I would have thought she was intoxicated in some way. Carrying a concealed firearm, that one surprised me that it's that woman. I didn't think it would be any of the women. I thought it would be one of these two guys, but the guy on the end was the public intoxication. So yeah, this one was an interesting one, because these ones had mugshots where I was like, oh, it's gotta be this, it's gotta be that, and it's completely not even close. Alright, we got time for one more. Let's see, what do I want to pick here? There's 2 of them that I'm thinking of here. I'm gonna go with October 7th, 2022, because just what the fuck is that mugshot? So let's see, these 5, we have battery on a pregnant woman, murder, okay, that's the first murder we've had, narcotics possession, driving while intoxicated, and burglary. So who beat up the pregnant woman? Let's see. It wants me to think that it's a guy, but it could be one of these girls here. Battery on a pregnant woman. I think that it's Miss Blockbuster over here. She's either jealous or out for revenge or something like that, and I guess just, beat on her pregnant friend or sister or something. Murder, I know I'm probably wrong, but let's just go with the girl on the left here, because, if that's not crazy murder mugshot, then I don't know what is. Next we have narcotics possession. I'm gonna say guy in the middle, just because I feel like... actually, no. I'm gonna switch it to the guy on the end here, because he looks more like he, is selling narcotics. Driving while intoxicated, I think it's the girl here in the little jacket thingy, smiling. Like, again, she just has that facial expression of very, very wasted, and drove a car while wasted. Which leaves burglary to the guy in the middle. He just looks like he has done some shady stuff before. So, let's see, can I beat my 3 out of 5, or will I somehow get worse? Maybe I got 0 out of 5. I've been getting 1, so let's see how this turned out. I got none of them right. Oh, wow, the murder was the girl on the... Wow, okay. I'm actually kind of interested as to who she murdered, why she murdered, because she doesn't scream like someone who would be a murderer, but it's always the ones you least expect, isn't it? The one on the left is burglary, so, I guess I knew it had to be some sort of like burglary, murder, some sort of like assault or something. The guy in the middle was battery on a pregnant woman, okay, so it's probably like his girlfriend, wife, baby mama, whatever, I don't know. They don't give you the stories of these crimes, they just tell you this is the crime they committed. Blockbuster Video Shirt Girl is narcotics possession, and the guy on the end was driving while intoxicated. I think he was my second option for driving while intoxicated because, I mean, just his mugshot and his hair, he looks just about out of it as the girl that committed murder, but they tricked me. That's basically the gist of this website here, or at least this part of the website. You just click and you match the mugshot with the crime. Sometimes it's not even the crime. Sometimes you gotta, match them with the weapon that they had during the crime, whether it was for a murder, for an assault, or whatever. Or sometimes you have to guess, like, what they stole when they committed the burglary and stuff like that. It's very interesting, and whoever runs this website, good on you for keeping up on it weekly, because this would be hard for me to do, to look this stuff up and be like, alright, who has a funny mugshot this week and what did they do? Like, it's just, it's a whole lot of fun, and I'll link the website here in the description below so you can play it for yourself and take a look at other ones that we didn't take a look at, because I can tell you there's a bunch of them, because this gets updated every single week, so you're always in for a new quiz every week. But yeah, until then, that's it for me. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you all in the next one.